All right, so I did need to do something very, very, very important, okay? Which is I do need to tell you guys something that I asked on Stack Overflow, okay? So are you guys ready for my question that I asked on Stack Overflow? I'm going to blank the screen for a second because I don't want you to even... I don't even want you to see what I'm about to ask. Okay? Plus, I'm a little scared tweeting it. All right, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I found the original. Hold on. I got to find... The problem is that the question was deleted, and so I do have to, like, go through and try to... Okay, here we go. The title to the question, of course, was, what is the best way to measure your dict in bytes? A friend and I were having a boys' night out, and we got on the topic of compressions and unique ways of measure data structs. Unique ways to measure data structs. One of my problems at work is managing a very large LRU. We are frequently running out of memory, and estimates all seem to be way off. I thought it would be straightforward to measure dicts, but it's been complicated. Let me explain the current approaches. 1. JSON stringify. I could simply measure my dict by using JSON stringification, but this has its drawbacks. It does not always get the proper length of my dict, often undermeasured. I worry that my lack of measurement is due to UTF-8. I also feel like the stringified dict performance would be suboptimal. Option 2, pickling. The second option would be to pickle dict it. For those unfamiliar with pickling, here's a resource. Pickling. I'm unfamiliar with the performance of a pickled dict, but it seems to have a firm base of support. The protocol version 4 added in Python 3.4 adds support for very large dicts. This does seem to fix potential UTF-8 encoding issues easily by measuring the dict's output directly. Protocol v5 discusses out-of-band data. So there is a potential here for being able to take the dict as it comes, no matter how much there is of it. But there is a fundamental problem. You can't rely on a first-glance memory usage of your dict. The nature of memory allocation is in expansion and contraction means that it can grow substantially when you start messing with it. Potential measurement ideas. I could take the approach of dict measuring head-on by considering the runtime implications of Python. I also feel this to be the most correct. I don't want to consider pointers and their weight to be 0. In the previous two methods, really only consider direct dict measurements as opposed to the indirect heap management. Helping hand. Does anyone have any ideas how to measure pointers and potential pointer counts within my dict? I know dicts are very complex, and I don't want to miss a drop of memory. I was thinking of simple taking the sub length plus 4 for each key and value. Thanks. Hello. We are writing in reference to your Stack Overflow account, the Primogen. Your question, the best way to measure your dict in bytes, was deleted as rude/abusive because it appears to have deliberately crafted to have multiple sex-based double entendres. How thoroughly you wove the double entendres into your question was impressive, but it also made it clear that it was doing so intentionally. In addition, given that it has been closed as a duplicate of a question which already has multiple duplicates, it does not appear to offer much benefit to the site for anything other than the existence of double entendres. In other words, it seems that the effort to completely rewrite the question in order to remove the intentional focus on dict jokes, double entendres, would provide little overall benefit to the site. Regards. Stack Overflow, Moderation Team. You're welcome. You're welcome, Twitch. Okay? The name is the dictogen. Actually, I do have one more story for you. I do actually have one more story for you. I kid you not. I went to Vercel, okay? The Vercel conference. I know it was a dict move. It was a bold dict move, but it paid off. They really grabbed that question with both hands and just got it out of there. You know what I mean? So I went to the Vercel conference, and I was standing around a table, and there were multiple people at the table, of course. And I was going through, looking at each person, and I looked at one of the tags, and it said Stack Overflow. And I went like this. This is all I said. This is it. I didn't say anything else. I said, "You work at Stack Overflow?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Dude, one time I asked a question that got deleted." And his response was this: "You're the dict guy." And I was like, "I am the dict guy. I'm the dict guy, everybody. I'm the dict guy." Like, I gave him no indication into what I actually did. He knew. He could smell it. He could see it. He could feel that I was the dict guy. Not all heroes wear capes, okay? Some of us just expose dict questions. That's it. And I'm that guy, okay? I'm that guy. There's some big dict energy going on there, okay? All right. The name is the Primogen. I